Hey everybody, welcome back to Live Medallion. It's been a hot minute since we've talked. My last video was about our experience in Austin. Are you still feeling good about that experience? I know I am. It was good to see how our kids handled themselves in a very much first-class manner, how the coach handled himself first-class manner. He coached his tailbone off. You could see him on the sideline marching up and down, debating every call, right? And that's what you want from your head coach. And he waxed eloquently about how his kids played hard, and it was a tough moment to lose that game. I'm not gonna lie. I had high hopes. I still have high hopes. So, but we got to move on, right? So you see me wearing my orange. It's an orange out game. We're playing Texas Southern. What's there to say about Texas Southern? The only thing I know about Texas Southern is the fact they've given up 59 points to North Texas. They opened the season with a loss to Prairie View A&M, 40 to like 27, something like that. But they still scored a lot of points on North Texas. They put close to 30 points on North Texas, I want to say. It's like 59, well, it might have been like 59-21, 59-27, something like that. But then they beat Southern University, a conference rival for them. They blanked them 24 to nothing. So they're an FCS school. So this is our, for lack of a better phrase, cupcake. But you can't treat any school that we play like a cupcake, right? Not at all. No, we have no cupcakes. I mean, yeah, they're lower level competition, but they're no cupcake. It's not like they're Division II or Division III, right? So what do we expect from this game? So for me, here's what I want to see is how do we handle all those injuries? You know, you heard Coach Traylor, if you listen to the thing about the Taylor brothers not going back into the game, we lost 2 offensive linemen. How do we handle that? So for me, that says a lot about the not the depth of our program. It does say a lot about it, but how we are developing all those other kids. Because at some point, these seniors are going to leave, right? At some point, Eddie Lee Marburger has to come in the game. That's what I want to see. I want to see Frank go out there. I want to see Frank put his first half in, and then I want to see Eddie Lee come in, get some meaningful playing time in the second half. First and foremost, that's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to see Frank out there for 3 quarters. Not at all. Not at all. I think this is a type of game. I know Frank's fine. Frank's healthy. Yada, 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 right? But still, we've got to look with one eye to the future. And we need Eddie Lee to be that future, right? He is. Yeah, he was 1 of 4. But the way he got out of the pocket, the way he extended plays was very fun and exhilarating to watch. I was like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Now it's just a matter of, when he came in, he was throwing into triple coverage because that's all Texas was going to do. They were up so big, right? So you had to have a moment to where he had to overcome a lot. Now, with that being said, I liked his play. I like the way the team played around him. That tells me that the team is a team, right? I would love to see Brendan Brady and Traylon Smith and our third string running back get a lot of carries. I really would. I'd love to see them bust out. I'd love to see Brendan get himself 100 yards because I know the team has it. I know they do. I'd love to see us put probably about 250 yards rushing. That would be nice to see. Now, our offense isn't really built to do that, right? It isn't. I mean, think about the way Frank's always in the shotgun. He always has a running back to his side. So that's going to be hard to do. If we rush for 250 yards on anybody, we're just that much better at the game, right? But I would love to see Brendan and Traylon really have a big day. Now, what do we want to see from the defense? I think we want to see heavy rotation still. If we don't see heavy rotation, we're going to have issues when we reach in conference. Now, with that being said, we could have minor rotation as long as they're like the second or third stringers, right? The kids who aren't in the first rotation. If we see them out there, then I think it's probably a good, I don't want to say it's a good sign, but it could be a sign that the coach is saying, hey, look, we got our defense out here. Let's give all these other kids a lot of playing time. And let's let these first stringers and first rotation guys that were out there just selling out, trying to do everything they could to shut down Texas. Kind of a break, right? Let them relax a little. Give them enough to keep their edge, right? Because you know as well as I do, you get an off week, it's hard to that next week's hard to come back from. You get 2 off weeks, hard to come back from, right? So you still got to get them out there, still got to get them that edge. You got to get them that, give them a bone, right? They practice so hard during the week, so you really don't want them to go out there and go, we're not going to play. You can't do that to them. So that's what I'd like to see, is see how we handle the adversity of the loss the previous week. And it is adverse because this could be a trap game for us. We come off a very emotional game and 3 emotional weeks. All 3 weeks were emotional for our football team. We opened up with Houston, now it was emotional. Went into Army, overcoming a close emotional loss to Houston, and then finding ourselves in a dogfight, but overcoming, and that being an emotional win because the first time we beat Army, to going into Austin, that's an emotional time. First time being there, right? And played like champs. Put 20 legitimate points up against them, straight up. You can't argue that. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, they played you differently. They played Texas. No, that isn't what happened. Your eyes saw that. Your eyes saw that. They played equally as hard, and I was in that stadium, and there were 95,000 fans that were equally vested, like they were for the Alabama game, until they started pulling away, and then they bailed, right? So just small things, and I'd love to see Zakari just finally catch his groove. Coach Traylor, how he dropped that ball. I mean, it was wide open. As soon as that play started unfolding, there was a part of me that if he catches that and he just cuts it straight upfield, he probably takes it into the house, right? He probably scores a touchdown there. And, and maybe he was running with the ball before he caught it, and that might be what it is. And that's unusual for him. It really is. He still had a good game. So did Cephas. Just, they had to have a perfect game. Let's see him go out there and have a perfect game. Go out there, get himself a lot of catches, and then start rotating guys in. We need it. We need guys rotating in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. So don't forget, Roadrunners. It's orange out. Put your orange hat on. Put your orange shirt on. And let's go get us a victory. And let's enter conference play 2-2. That means we're only 5 wins away from bowl eligibility. And that's important. Bowl eligibility is not more important than winning the conference. Winning the conference is far more important. That means a lot more. But just by being in a bowl game, giving all those exiting seniors, if they want to play, a chance to play, and giving all those incoming freshmen and those sophomores those extra weeks. Well, I can't even say it's extra weeks. I think our bowl games start 7 days after the conference championship game. Right, so it's like they've already had those weeks to prepare, right? But it's not like, all the December 29th, December 30th, January 1 games, right? We're not there yet. We're going to get there. You know how we're going to get there? By constantly putting in 30,000 plus fans in the Alamo Dome. That's the biggest thing we can do for our program. Come hook or crook, you drag somebody with you. I do it every week. I try my best to bring people with me, to give tickets away. Yeah, I pay for them, and I'd love for the people to just automatically buy them on their own, but I get it. So I give them away. And, I sell some. Don't get me wrong. Like the Houston game I sold. But as games get easier and, it's not a high marketable game, I start giving them away, right? I start saying, hey, look, I sell them for face value, right? But I do know the Houston game tickets in my section were going for $130 to $150. So I could have easily quadrupled my money face value, right? If I wanted to, but I didn't. Just give me face value and you're good. So come hook or crook, find your way in there. Every game is important. These are the really important games to see to give our administration a chance to see and hammer the point home that we're vested, right? It's easy for the big schools. Nobody shows up because they're playing a cupcake. But that's bogus. You're not there to see the cup. If you're there to see who you're playing, then you're not there for your team. I want to see my team. I want to see my team. It might be playing our Sisters of the Worthless Miracle. That's a joke from Naked Gun, right? But what more do you want, right? You want to see your team. I want to see my team win. I want to see my team play hard. I want to see my team represent the university in a first-class manner. So anyway, here's a shout out to Section 110. We're the best section in all of football. Sorry I dropped Rowdy. Rowdy's ready to go. He's always here with me. And you can see my my UTSA lip medallion. I still need to get a battery. I'm going to get a battery for it tonight. Guaranteed. All right. Birds up.